Did Seagal actually work for the CIA? He offered a qualified admission or perhaps a qualified denial. You can say that I've lived in Asia for a long time, and in Japan I became close to several CIA agents, he said, choosing his words carefully. And you could say that I became an advisor to several CIA agents in the field, and through my friends in the CIA, met many powerful people and did special works and special favors.
You could say that my handler sent me to what is now known as Myanmar while I was sent through the jungle to assassinate Kun Sa, the opium warlord, and head of Shan State. You could say that.
He's doing such a bad job of being like, I can't tell you.
He's doing the Sam Ace Rothstein thing. Like, you could say that day to day, I run the casino.
Yeah. He's awesome. He goes,
Seagal declined to offer many details, refusing to cite specific missions or locales. However, when asked about the authenticity of a scene in Above the Law that shows an intelligence operative injecting a rival with a deadly chemical truth serum, Seagal said, "That's not made up. That's something that really happened." It gets better. It gets better. However, Seagal spoke freely about his involvement in security operations for the Shah of Iran when he was deposed in 1979. We helped set up safe houses in London and Paris so the Shah and his family could flee the country. We were also aiding members of the Shah's family who were under the threat of death from Ayatollah Khomeini's killing judge. It was incredibly barbaric. They were randomly executing people. It was like something out of the Hitler era.
Yo, I'm in my Hitler era.
It was like something out of the Hitler area. And he goes, one of the Shah's nephews wouldn't leave. So we had to hit him over the head and try to take him out unconscious. But he insisted on going free. So we finally had to let him go. We warned him what would happen, but he left. Later that same day, he got shot in the back of the head. He's saying I was trying to knock out the Shah's nephew, but he didn't want to be rendered unconscious, and then they shot him in the back of the head.
Yeah, so he took a brick, hit him in the back of the head, and was carrying him by his collar. It was like a cub, it was like a bear carrying a cub, and then he woke up while being dragged and was like, "No, I don't want to travel this way." And he's like, "I'm gonna motherfucking warn you." I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna warn you one motherfucking time. It's like the Hitler era out there.
I like to imagine that's all true, and that Seagal was actually part of Ari Ben Menashe's plot to sell surface-to-air missiles to Iran.
That would, the people, actual people involved in Iran-Contra were not much different than him, but that would be, if he did that, actually, it would be cool because it's imagine one day you're in charge of the country, you have all this petroleum wealth, you're top of the world, and then the next day it's you have to leave, and not only that, but you're being escorted out by this dumbass.
I can understand why you might go, you know what, I'm going to take my chances.
Yeah, it's you're not the king anymore, and also you have to be on a 19-hour plane ride while this guy is and that was the first time that I met Miles Davis, and he said he had never seen anyone do Aikido or play jazz quite like me. And that's why they called me Achichiko Namore, which means the thunderous white man in their traditional language. Just that for 19 hours.
It's like Argo, you have to flee the country, and the guy they send has the world's most ridiculous ponytail. It's just is wet all the time. Can't run. It's just
constantly has to stop to breathe.
Yeah, it's telling you the most bullshit stories you've ever heard in your life.
Looks like he's wearing 2 bulletproof vests, but it's not somehow.
Mr. Hugh Hefner is a friend of mine, and he was a target of assassinations by the Soviets, who are most similar to a Hitler type of event. And he would have me test the vaginas of playmates to make sure they wasn't poisoned. because I learned the art of dealing with poisons when I was in the land of Myanmar.
Seagal said that he had done more recent security work, including work for South African Bishop Desmond Tutu and the late Egyptian President Anwar Sadat.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Great job there with Sadat.
Yeah, nice work, dude.
Fucking magazine of AK rounds to the face.
Well,
what were you doing?
They were really smart. They put a chair near him. He was magnetically drawn to it.
So it says here, yeah, he's done security work for Bishop Desmond Tutu and Anwar Sadat, but he says, but only for jobs for people who are, quote, special to him. My wife... My wife and I...
The Shah, Desmond Tutu, and Sadat. Those are the three best rulers in the world. Those are his favorites.